A great responsibility. One of the primary transitions in life, maybe the primary transition, is when you go from a mindset of lack and what people need to do for you and what you want from others and what they haven't done for you in the past and blaming other people to seeing yourself as like full and having a lot to give and being service oriented, servant leadership or whatever you want to call it. I mean, that is basically the day that your life begins. I mean, the day that your life begins is when you kind of get beyond yourself. It's not a totally, there are some shades of gray because it's not totally either or. Everybody has periods where they're more self-concerned, and sometimes you do have to obviously love yourself first, like put on the oxygen mask first before you can give it to other people. But it's a great responsibility in life. I mean, every gift that we've been given and that we also develop. I mean, if we develop on our own, then God still gave us the persistence, but we can take some credit for cooperating with God, obviously. But it's a great responsibility to be in this world. I mean, every person that comes into your life is like a holy interaction. I mean, like I just said, your life actually begins when you recognize that we're meant to be here of service. Like I don't have kids, and I think that's one of the greatest uh, sources of responsibility. Obviously, being a parent, so I would take that on if I did have kids. But I feel almost like we're all God's children, and in that sense, we all have to be responsible to each other and respectful. It doesn't mean we always have to agree with each other because people have differences of opinion. Like they say, reasonable people can disagree. But we all have to recognize that it's not a matter of self and other. I mean, we are individuals, but we're all connected. We're all part of God's people, and everybody that you meet, you know, I heard a famous expression once that says, whoever you come in contact with, that is somebody's child. That person has a mother, and how would that person's mother like for them to be treated? So this might sound a little bit sappy or whatever, but when you really take that responsibility on, it's empowering. It's not limiting. Like it seems like limiting. Like oh my gosh, it's such a burden, but it's freeing because it just makes you feel like everything that you do is an important choice and has a lot of meaning and joy if you do it well.